Hi guys, there is no way that I can be cool or relaxed in this video because I am freaking out. Because today, my debut novel, The Paper and Heart Society, is officially published. My book is out in the world and you can read it and you can buy it and you can find out what I've been working on for the last 3 years. If you're watching this on the 13th of June, then this is publication day and I cannot believe how quickly it's come around and also that it's actually here. It's been a date that's been ingrained in my brain for the last year and it's now here, and I could not be more proud of this book, and I'm so proud of myself for writing something that I was able to get published and is a real thing. I mean, it doesn't quite feel real yet, but it's starting to feel real and it's just so amazing and wonderful, and I can't quite describe how it is to hold something that you've worked on and you've written and you have treated as your baby. I can't describe what that feeling feels like. So The Paper and Heart Society is out now in the UK and Ireland. It's also out in Australia and New Zealand and some other territories around the world in the English language, which I'll put in the description so you know exactly where you can get it. It is available in paperback. It's also available as an ebook and as an audiobook too, which I'm really excited about. The audiobook is narrated by Imogen Wild, who has done such an amazing job and has brought Tabby, my main character, to life in a way that I never expected, and I'm so pleased that it's available in so many formats. The audiobook is available on Audible and the ebook is available on Amazon Kindle and Kobo and lots of other platforms. It's also available on Amazon and the Book Depository and the Waterstones website and Hive, so I'll leave all the links in the description if you would like to read The Paper and Heart Society for yourself. And it is out. If you order it, you will get it now. There is no longer need to wait. It is a thing. It has flown the nest. My book is out. So for those of you who might be new to my channel or haven't watched my writing videos before, my book is called The Paper and Heart Society. It is a book for teenagers and fits quite neatly into that gap between middle grade and YA. So it is slightly younger than YA, which means that it's not as issues based, but there's a lot going on in here too, and I also think it's a book that is really suitable no matter what age you are. It's about a girl called Tabby who at the start of the book moves to a new town. She moves in with her gran, who is a very cool gran who likes Zumba and yoga and likes to go around her housing estate looking out for her neighbour who she might be slightly in love with. Tabby's been going through quite a difficult time, and so she's looking forward to escaping her school and moving somewhere new where she can start afresh. Her gran is quite worried about her, so she encourages her to go to the library, and at the library Tabby finds a leaflet for a book club run by a group of local teenagers, and she thinks it might be a good opportunity to start afresh and make some new friends. So she goes along to the first meeting and meets Olivia, Henry, Cassie and Ed, and that is when the Paper and Heart Society is born. There is a Jane Austen dance party and a reenactment of the Hunger Games but without the murder, and there's also a road trip around the UK to lots of literary locations such as the Bronte Parsonage Museum and Stratford-upon-Avon to see where Shakespeare was born. In the Paper and Heart Society I explore themes like anxiety and how it is to struggle with your mental health and how that can take you by surprise sometimes, but it's also about friendship and the power of it and how amazing it can be to have amazing friends. And something that I really loved including in the book was lots of text messages and social media messages and Instagram posts, because I think that has been so crucial to my own experience growing up and is not something that I saw a lot in the YA books I was reading. Tabby is a main character who means so much to me. I feel like she comes from a very deep place in my heart, and through writing her I was able to explore a lot of my own feelings, and at times that was very raw, and I think that that comes across in the book, just how raw my own emotions were. But Tabby isn't me, and I feel like we do have a lot in common, but we also have a lot that is different between us, and Tabby's experiences are not my experiences. Through Tabby though, I really hope that other teenagers will be able to read this book and understand a bit more about their own mental health or about how they're feeling. It's been such an exciting whirlwind of a journey from start to finish. I started writing this book when I was 16. I'm now 19 and I can't believe I'm 19 and my first book is coming out. That just seems unbelievable to me, but I put so much work into it and it's so nice to have seen that paid off. I feel like I was really worried at first when I shared with you that I was writing a book and I shared that I was going to get that book published, because I've never really wanted this book to feel like another YouTube book. I didn't want it to seem like I'd got a book deal because of my YouTube channel, because this was something that I really wanted to do anyway. It's something that I always would have done, but publishing this has meant that I've been able to do things I never would have been able to do otherwise. I went to Bologna in Italy earlier this year and got to meet with lots of foreign publishers and celebrate the book. I've met so many people, and I always joke that the reason I started writing this in the first place was because I didn't really feel like I had many friends. I was at a very lonely point in my life and I felt like the only way I could really feel like I was a part of something was to write about those feelings and to write about a group of friends who I wanted to be friends with. But through writing the book, I have met so many friends from my publisher, friends with other authors who have written books, friends that I wouldn't have met otherwise, and it's been so rewarding and so special. I've written a whole blog post which is going live today thanking the people who have made this book what it is, because this hasn't been a journey I've gone through on my own. There are lots of people who I have to thank. So there will be a blog post which I'll link in the description because I don't want to miss anybody. But as I'm filming this, there are a few people who have been just the best throughout this journey that I really want to thank. First of all, obviously my parents, who I dedicated the book to. The dedication is really special to me in this book, and it's one I've been thinking about for a long time, and I don't want to cry as I say this, but the dedication in the Paper and Heart Society goes like this. It says, "To Mum and Dad for giving me life, literally, and in memory of my maternal grandparents, Nan and Grandad, I wish with all my heart you could be here to see this." I'm choking up. I don't want to choke up, but this means so much to me because I wish my grandparents had been here to see us. I have two sets of grandparents and my paternal grandparents have been so supportive, but I wish that my maternal grandparents were here to see this too, because I know that they would have been so proud of this. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. This is happy. But I know that they would have been so proud, and that's why I dedicated the book to them, because I wish that they could have seen this. At one point, I did contemplate jokingly dedicating the book to Emily Bronte, but in the end I didn't decide on that. But there are 2 more books to dedicate to, so we'll see. But the other people I really need to thank are the people who had a direct impact on my writing, who guided me throughout the whole process. One being my agent, Lauren Gardner. She is from Bell Max Morton, and I could not have had a more supportive agent and agency. I feel like when I describe the process of finding an agent, it's a bit like the process of falling in love. I use the same kind of language. So when I met Lauren, I knew instantly that she was the agent for me. I knew that there was no other agent in the world I would have wanted to work with, because she was number one. She has been the best person I could have wished to work with, who has supported my career and really made me feel like this is something that I can do. So Lauren, if by any chance you are watching this, thank you so much for going on this journey with me, for being the best mentor and the best friend I could have wished for throughout it all, for taking a chance on me as both a newbie writer and a teenage author, and as someone who'd only written 1 book before and really didn't know what they were doing. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for everything you do, and I'm sure that all of your authors would say that you are the best. You are my super agent, and I have so much love for you. And the other person I really need to thank is my editor, Polly, who found my book and somehow wanted to publish it, which I still don't fully understand. She has taught me so much about publishing, about editing, and about how to make this book from something that was kind of mediocre to something that I am so proud of, and so proud of putting my name to, and so proud to have written with Polly. A book is not just written by the author. The book book is also written by the editor and the copy editor and all the people who read it and shape it. And I couldn't have wished for a better editor than Polly, who understood that I was new and sometimes was really bad at deadlines and sometimes just needed to talk over what I was working on and just kind of knew that I needed that support. And I was so new when I came into this industry on the other side, on the author side of it. I didn't know what I was doing and I felt so overwhelmed and confused at the whole thing. But Polly was amazing and held my hand through it all and was always there to talk to me about it. And I'm so grateful to her for finding something in the Paper and Heart Society and wanting to publish it, seeing in it that spark that I knew was there all along but needed coaxing out and needed that support from a publisher who was going to give it the editorial support and the time invested in it. I'm so grateful for that and for going on that journey with Polly as well. I feel like it's been a journey with all of us, and behind any good author is a good editor, and Polly is my good editor. There's also so many other people from my publisher that I need to thank, but I'm going to mention them all by name in my blog post because there are so many people from marketing and publicity and sales and rights and all these departments that you don't see when you see this book. You only see the book, you only see the author's name. You don't see the whole team of people who are shouting about it, who are constantly talking about it and promoting it and building whole complicated plans of how they're going to get this thing into the hands of real life readers. And those people are the superheroes of publishing. There's another person that I really need to thank from my publisher, and that is Alison Padley, who designed this amazing cover. This bright sunshine of a cover that I smile every time I see it, who brought Tabby to life in a way that I never imagined that it could look this good, and I love it. It's my phone background, I have it on mugs, I want to frame it on my wall. I love this cover with all my heart, and so many of you have loved it too, and it is a testament to Alison's hard work and the whole design team, who are just incredible. I'm so in awe of everything they do and so grateful. I'm just going to keep saying I'm grateful, but I'm so grateful for the work that everybody has put into this book. It's strange because going into this whole publishing process, I of course wanted to see the book succeed. I think that's something that every author wants. But as I've gone further through the process, I don't want it to succeed for me. I also want it to succeed for all the people who have put time into it and effort and have put so much hard work behind the scenes into making the Paper and Heart Society what it is. I want this book to succeed for them because I know how much hard work they've put into it, and they have put so much hard work, so many hours that you don't see when you read a book. But they are the ones who make publishing work. They are the magic behind publishing, and they're the magic behind all your favourite books. So the Paper and Heart Society is out in the world, and I can't really believe it yet. I just feel so grateful for being here, for having the opportunity to publish a book. And I feel so proud to have published something and to have worked on something for so long and to have been able to make this a job that I hope will last a long time. I hope that I get to do this for much longer. And I'm also so grateful and so humbled by all your support for this book. You are the people who are going to be reading it, and you are the people who have held my hand throughout the whole process and who have given me encouraging words and who have said that you want to read it and it's something you might want to read. I wrote this book for you, and I wrote this book for the people who maybe don't see themselves in books but want to see themselves in books, and that's something that I'd like to continue on throughout the series as well. This is only the first book in the series. There's a lot more to come for the Paper and Heart Society, and I'm also going to be able to talk about it a lot more too in more detail. So I'm going to do a spoilery Q&A in the next month or two. I'm going to be reading a section from the book as well on my channel soon. I'm really going to be able to talk about it now, and I can't wait to share more. I really hope you love the Paper and Heart Society as much as I loved writing it. It was the best book to write, and I found so much of myself through it, and I hope that you too can find your people through the Paper and Heart Society. Happy reading!